Hey guys, welcome back. Glad that you're tuning in today. Today's video blog, I wanted to talk about a quote that I really like. It's from one of my favorite authors, Stephen Covey. I have a couple of his books right here. First one is the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. If you've never heard of Stephen Covey, you might be living under a rock. But seriously, amazing book. If you're starting off your 2018 and you don't really know where to go to in terms of something that's edifying but will help give you the tools and the handles that you need to move forward, this guy is awesome. The first book I ever actually read by him was First Things First. And I'll make sure and put a link for both of these at the bottom of this post so that you guys can check that out if you're interested. But the quote that I wanted to talk about is this one here. And I just kind of wanted to unpack it, and hopefully we can discuss how changing our perspective will help us move forward on things that are holding us back in life. But until a person can say deeply and honestly, I am what I am today because of the choices I made yesterday, that person cannot say, I choose otherwise. This quote for me is really profound because the heart of it is talking about ownership. It's talking about choice. And this is really resonating with me right now because I have a friend who has essentially told me that he's depressed, he feels like the world is against him, he can't make any forward strides, he's tried everything, and he's just been feeling really down on himself. And what's hard about all of that and about his wording about the world being against him is that for the last at least decade, he's been making choices that have been less excellent choices. They've been hasty, they've been, motivated by emotion rather than practicality. And so when we make choices, there are unintended consequences sometimes. And that's the thing that we have to evaluate and we have to make peace with. If we choose to do something, we have to understand that, number one, there are going to be consequences. And sometimes they're not going to be ideal ones. But his biggest issue, and maybe this has been an issue for you, is that he has no idea. He really has no idea that it's his choices. Because he's an adult. He's been an adult for a long time. But it's his choices that have led him to this point in his life where he's unhappy, he's at a job he hates, he's not where he thought he would be at this stage of his life. And if you're like that, I really want to encourage you to take a moment and really let this quote sink into your heart and let the Lord speak to you about it. Maybe he has been talking to you, but you've been, blocking it out or trying to forget the past or not really making peace with it. And that's what I want to encourage you to do today is whatever has happened in the past that has led you to this moment right now is a result of your choices. And as hard and as painful as that may be to deal with and to accept, you have to accept it and you have to own those choices because they're the ones that you made. And it doesn't matter what the external factors were. It doesn't matter what your environment was. If you're an adult, you've made choices, and if they've not been good choices, it's okay. The good news is choices are empowering because they give you another opportunity to do the right thing. Your story isn't set in stone. You can rewrite it every single day that you trust in the Lord and turn your life over to him and let him lead and guide you. He's not going to lead you to make bad decisions. I can tell you that right now. Sometimes we're motivated by our emotions instead of motivated by what the Lord would have us do, or we want to move on something where we really haven't felt the Lord lead us in that place. So today I just want to end with having an understanding of who you are today is a result of your choices that you've made in the past. And until you can say that I am who I am today because of those things, you can't move forward. And if you're wanting to move forward, you're wanting to start fresh and new, own your choices, be receptive to change and to advice from people who love you, and people have been reaching out to you, and definitely be receptive to the Lord, because He's speaking to you all the time, and He wants to impart His wisdom and in His word to you, because it is truth and it is life. He wants to give you life. And if you can be open and receptive to that and say, Lord, I know I've made these choices. I'm here today because of those choices. I want to choose better. He's going to help you. He's going to be with you every step of the way. So guys, I hope today this blessed you. I hope it gave you a different perspective on choice and ownership. And if you're interested in those books, like I said, I will put a link at the bottom of this post so that you can check it out. Thanks for tuning in. Hope to see you guys next time. Love you. Bye.